if you watched the fight. All right. So a few of you didn't. My hot topics is all gonna be Mike Tyson hot topics today, because all weekend I've just been obsessing and watching videos and what happened. Now, Netflix had a record-breaking amount of viewers. 60 million households tuned in, yes. So many people watch Netflix that it kept crashing and buffering, the Netflix. All of that freezing and crashing was getting on my last nerves. And I say this to Netflix, y'all need to be brought up on criminal charges for that. There literally needs to be a congressional hearing about all of that freezing. Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett needs to be questioning Netflix about this. You see that finger? That's what she needs to be doing. Because Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett would be like, this was a bad boxing buffering broadcast. It was horrible. Horrible. 8:30, I went to the Harlem Tavern and watched it with a bunch of people. Every time Netflix glitched, I was like, what the F is going on? And I didn't say what the F, I said the whole word. I wasn't bringing nobody to the Lord when I was watching this fight. Excuse me, he know my heart, thank you. But it was buffering so much, I ran into the other room where they had a TV, and I was watching it because I was so passionate, and some men were like, ma'am, you gotta move out the way. And I said, my TV not working, what you want me to do? Now I'm fighting all of these people. But I understood where they were coming from, because everybody, we were waiting for that fight, and everybody kept jumping in front of me when I was watching the TV that was in front of me. I don't know what we supposed to do when people just step in front of you, because here it is, they see you watching the TV, and they just stand right there, and then they do this, they looking at the TV. And then they'll do this, they slowly turn around and they look at you. Then they go back to looking at the TV. So they were doing that. So like I said, I got there at 8:30 at night, hours before the actual fight started. So I paid to get in there, and I waited. They had the loud music going on. I waited through all of that. But then as soon as the fight came, everybody wanted to sit and come in front of me and watch the TV. TV's all over the bar. But they want to stand in front of the good TV. And I was like, see me, when I was there for a reason, and I was tired too. I said, excuse me, you don't have to move. And so people were trying to take the chairs at my table. I said, my coat right there, you can't have that chair. This table for two, and I got the second chair too. So I don't know what kind of etiquette we need for standing in front of the TV, because I did it too. But I know that Netflix probably crashed after Mike Tyson's viral moment. So Mike Tyson was giving an interview, and at the end of it, he showed us a little bit more than what our hearts could take. Take a look.
What's your prediction?
Vicious win.
Vicious win. Thank you, Dad.
Love you.
Love you too.
And y'all doing all of that. See, we blurred out his butt cheeks. Imagine sitting at the bar and all of them, but every woman was like, oh my God. Oh. But how you gonna say with a serious face, vicious win, then turn around and walk off with your butt cheeks showing? And I'm looking at this, like Mike Tyson, he wasn't wearing Calvin Klein undies or Ralph Lauren. He wasn't even wearing Fruit of the Loom. The man had on Versace drawers. That's what he had on. Here's the thing, the fact that Mike Tyson wore Versace meant great things was about to go down. It was no run-of-the-mill drawers or tighty-whities. And I'm looking at that tape. Anybody that gives you a Godfather kiss, then turns around with both ass cheeks showing, I'm telling you, you got to be confident that you gonna win, okay? Those booty cheeks say, I'm not losing. And that's it. Now, Mike was confident, but of course, we all know Jake Paul won. in the place where I was at the Harlem Tavern, it was silent when Mike Tyson lost. But here's the thing also, you know, even though I just wanted a glimpse of Iron Mike during that fight. But Mike Tyson is 58 years old, almost 60. And he lost after he went toe-to-toe with somebody half his age, this young 27-year-old, for 8 rounds for 2 minutes each. I don't know who it was, but somebody got in my comments and said that was a Dancing with the Stars fight right there. Because they was doing a lot of hugging, but he didn't get knocked out. Like, he didn't get knocked out. Now, Mike Tyson, he threw 97 punches and he landed 18 of them. So, and he made $20 million to do this. So, if you look at it like my friend Tony Baker said, there's $206,185.60 per punch. That ain't bad. I don't know anybody who wouldn't take those odds. But here's the thing, and I thought I was gonna get a little bit of Iron Mike, because I've seen the training video, so I was like, okay, he gonna knock him out. He gonna knock him out. But when Mike went past the second round and he started breathing hard, I said, okay, this don't look so good. He was breathing hard. And everybody was thinking, this ain't going Mike's way. And then you see Mike Tyson had a knee brace on. Even Roland Martin, thank you, my friend, even called me and said, Sherri, he had a knee brace on and you need your legs to box. If you don't have your leg strength, you don't have anything. So you could see Mike stumbling a little bit with the knee brace on. So we do have to take into account he's almost 60 years old. I just, because I love Mike Tyson so much in boxing, I just wanted to see a little bit of the Iron Mike that we were used to seeing. I just wanted to see one good uppercut that he did, you know. But the other thing, when I was looking at him, when mine just goes there, I kept going, what the hell is he doing chewing on his glove? Did we not feed him? Why did he keep chewing on his glove? That's really the only combo I saw was ass cheeks and eating gloves. That was it.
But Sherri, we will take Iron Mike chewing on a glove versus chewing on the ear any day of the week.
Well, I guess so. Shoot, like I said, he's 58 now. Mike Tyson doesn't fight like he used to. We gotta remember that. And then because if you think about it, everybody who's watching me, when we were younger, we did some things that we wouldn't even think of doing right now. When I was younger, I lived in Chicago. I used to fight all the time. It wasn't professional, but I used to be in the clubs. No, I know, no professional, but I used to fight. In Chicago, we grew up fighting. So if I was at the clubs with my girlfriends and somebody's like, what are you looking at? Or what are you doing? Like, back then I could take a punch, but let somebody punch me now, I'd be like, ow, that hurt. I can't take a fall like I used to. If I fall now, I'm looking at sciatica, I'm looking at my hips. Now, when I was in the club, it was the ego thing. So if somebody said, what you looking at? I go, I'm looking at you, bitch. What you looking at? What are you looking at? What? I was ready to fight. But there was also, I was in my 20s. If somebody looks at me now and go, what you looking at? I'd be like, nothing, ma'am. I'm not looking at anything. Jeffrey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Look at me. I turned into that lady. I don't want no problems. So we do have to keep thinking of him as Iron Mike. He's human. It was a valiant effort. Mike Tyson fought that good fight. Congratulations to Jake Paul. I got to give it to you. I love Jake Paul that you gave him his respect, like around that 7th or 8th round. So Jake Paul, congratulations. But Jake Paul, this is what I want to ask you. What old man you gonna fight next, Jake? Who you gonna fight next, Jake? What, you gonna fight Joe Biden, Jake? Who you gonna fight next, Jake? Who you gonna fight next, Jake? You gonna fight Danny Glover next, Jake? You gonna get in there, you gonna fight Danny Glover? Jake, who you gonna get in the ring with your long reach? Who you gonna fight Dick Van Dyke, Jake? You gonna fight? Who you gonna chitty chitty bang bang Dick, huh? Come on, chitty chitty bang bang, what you gonna do, Jake? Come on. But of course, you know, and I told you this, I'm so obsessed with this fight. Of course, Mike Tyson is a legend, but he's not worried about his legacy. He spoke to a 13-year-old reporter, Jaslyn Guerra, before the fight. Now, Jasmine has a YouTube show called Jazzy's World, and it's very, very popular. She's done uplifting interviews with Vice President Kamala Harris, with Jay-Z, with Kendrick Lamar, and Alicia Keys. So when she spoke to Mike, she excitedly asked him what he wants his legacy to be, which is a great question. But Mike's answer was anything but uplifting. Take a look.
What type of legacy would you like to leave behind when it's all said and done?
Well, I don't know. I don't believe in the word legacy. I just think that's another word for ego. It means absolutely nothing to me. I'm just passing through. I'm going to die, and it's going to be over. Who cares about legacy after that? What a big ego. So I'm going to die. I want people to think that I'm this, I'm great. No, we're nothing. We're just dead. We're dust. We're absolutely nothing. Our legacy is nothing.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that.
Mike Tyson, come on, Mike. This is a young girl. This is the old Mike Tyson talking. You didn't smile at her. You talking to her like you at a cigar bar with your boys. Now she calling her mama going, Mike Tyson said, it don't matter what my legacy is, mama. I'm just gonna die and be dust. I have no future. Like, you couldn't even drum up enough enthusiasm for the little baby. I understand, Mike, that you are like, you built your legacy and it doesn't matter what you do from here in. But this is a young girl that you're making an impression on. I feel so passionately about this. She was so excited to talk to you. And whether we like it or not, if we have this platform, part of our legacy is our young people. It is. We can't get away from that. Because the young ones, they do look up to us. And this was her only opportunity to talk to you. And this is what she gonna leave with. We ain't got no future, we just gonna be dust. So, Mike, I feel like she didn't do nothing to you. She didn't knock you out after 8 rounds. Get that baby something so she doesn't leave feeling bad. And Miss Jazzy, I wanna say to you, your rebound was so fast. You quickly responded. You were amazing, Jazzy. And I want to tell you this, Jazzy, you can always come and interview Auntie Sherri. Now, I will say to you Jazzy, I can't promise I'm gonna be all roses and lollipops for half an hour, especially if I'm hot flashing. But I will give you a good 15 minutes and I will leave you feeling hopeful about life. But Mike Tyson, I want to say this, your legacy will be celebrated because you do have a legacy. You went 8 rounds with a 28-year-old. You were the youngest heavyweight champion in boxing history. You won 50 fights and you got 44 knockouts. That means 44 times you put people to sleep. So, I don't care. I would have liked to have seen a different result, but it does not ruin your legacy. You are the champion, and forever you will always be Iron Mike. Always. Now, Mike Tyson, I do want to say this. Would you please come on my show and explain to me what happened? And I want to say this too, Mike. And we're going to treat you good over here. We're going to feed you, so you ain't no glove chewing. You don't have to chew on your gloves when you come here. We're going to feed you some good food. So, and I want to say this is the last thing. I can't bring up the fight night without mentioning the amazing women's boxing match. Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. Now, this was a fight. These ladies fought to the finish. They fought like my 2 cousins in Chicago. I'm telling you, Katie Taylor won, but I have to, I'm gonna say congratulations to both the women, but you're not supposed to be headbutting. Serrano got headbutted 3 times, and you're not supposed to be getting headbutted. It's a boxing match, it's not a headbutting match. So I thought Serrano took it. Her face opened up like a grape, but I want to give the ladies, y'all worked it out, and congratulations to the ladies.
We're gonna have a good time.